What is going on, women's wrestling fans, and welcome back to WCW Women Can Wrestle. We are the women's wrestling podcast, and on today's episode, we're going to be talking about the WrestleMania fallout from WrestleMania 37, WWE releases, and our WWE dream matches, or our wrestling dream matches, for lack of a better word. We can have wrestlers from any promotion, but we're going to be talking about what we would love to see in our ideal dream matches. But before we get started on today's podcast, we are going to let Wade talk about something very exciting that we have going on. Wade, what is going on? And Jess, how you doing? How you guys doing today?
Hey, what's going on?
You're ready to get into this here. We got some exciting news out here.
Yes. We have some very exciting news, and I'm very excited to share with everyone right now. We are going to be one of many sponsors for an upcoming show. Well, it's in May 29th. It's a 2-show, 1-night event. I had to clarify that to somebody.
I didn't understand that until today.
So if you live in the tri-state area, Battle Club Pro, which is a promotion I love that reunited my love for women's wrestling, is having their big show in May, and it's called May the Franchise Reign on May 29th. It's the biggest show of the year. There's going to be so many stars there. It's going to be Tasha Steelz, the Sea Stars, Trish Adora, Lee Moriarty, MV Young, and so many other stars. If you'd like to get tickets for this event, you can go to brownpapertickets.com/event 511-2772. There'll be a description in the video and when we post this. But I can't wait. I'm so excited for this event. I can't wait to see the Sea Stars again.
I can tell you can't contain your excitement over there.
I am so excited.
Virginia's ready to go. Can't wait. It's going to be a great event. So May 29th, all the information will be down below in the description of the video /podcast. So make sure you click on it and check it out, and hope to see you there. Yeah, so without further ado, let's jump right into it. WrestleMania 37 Aftermath.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. All right. The Aftermath.
My notebook out.
Which was uneventful to me. I mean, I don't know how everybody else feels. It was a very uneventful, eventful Aftermath. And it's lately been like that for a while, where the night after Mania used to mean so much, and it just fell down. But definitely tonight, definitely last week.
I feel like everyone hyped it up too, because this was my first Mania Aftermath, my first Mania. I was so excited for Monday night to be like, oh shit, we got people coming up, we got people coming back, and it was just kind of like, and NXT killed it. NXT's after so good. Smackdown better than Raw, but we could get into it.
Well, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Raw's been disappointing though.
Yes.
Yeah, for a while. Yeah.
Especially with what's going on. So, come to find out, it was announced while we were recording that Rhea Ripley was going to face Asuka in a rematch
and defend her title.
The
night after.
The night after. And we were like, okay, cool, fine.
Yeah.
It's a nice little match. But
before that, we had a promo.
Yes.
Before the match.
I'll just handle this one. Go ahead.
The Queen came back. The Queen. Charlotte came out and she's like, I'm back. And we had a full Charlotte heel promo. Full heel. She called out everyone on the roster, called Rhea a snake, and said that she doesn't steal opportunities. She is the opportunity.
I don't know about that. I don't even agree. I don't agree with that at all. I don't believe she's the opportunity. I feel like they're trying to feed us Charlotte and, kind of trying to make us believe this about her, when it's clear as day is like she doesn't say she holds the division back, but there are other people who can carry. As we saw, this was a great WrestleMania without Charlotte. They don't need her, but I think the way they're playing this is they're trying to give us the same Charlotte with like a little twist on it. But to me, it's still the same Charlotte that we've been seeing for forever.
Mm-hmm. It's like, remember when John Cena was coming out saying he was the standard and you had to run through him to get things done? This is basically that. And one of the funniest lines in the promo to me, and I don't know if anybody caught it, was she was like, "No more humble Charlotte Flair." When was there humble Charlotte Flair? When?
Now I know I've been in and out of wrestling, but I'm like, I don't think I missed that much.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, what? I was like, wait, when has Charlotte ever been humble?
Never.
Never. I'm the queen.
Never.
I run the division.
Yeah.
You have to go through me to get things done. Blah 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 blah.
That's literally always been Charlotte.
And that's the thing.
It's boring. It's tired.
As just being a new fan, I told her, I said, you know what I hate about heel Charlotte that I can't stand? She raises her octaves and likes to yell a lot. So it's like, please stop.
She just kept getting louder. Like that meant passion.
Yeah, I guess
louder
means passion.
But like on the same, like I'm gonna call out Rhea Ripley's promo. Rhea Ripley's promo before her match was also trash.
I loved it.
You loved it?
I loved it. I love Rhea's promo.
Like it was written out for her, and I felt like it was so obvious. Because that's not how Rhea talks. Like when
Maybe
you
I was
like
just excited that she's champion.
Yeah, no, I loved that, but it was the staring off into the corner right under the camera for me.
Okay, that's fair. That's
and I hate that. I love when like
she was looking weird.
Yeah, I love when a wrestler like stares down the camera, stares down whoever's interviewing them, and like we got that today on Instagram. We got Rhea doing that, but on Raw Talk, she was way better that night. I hated her promo.
It was like, read this, Rhea.
Yeah,
I now see what you're saying. She was literally looking off.
Where the guy's like this holding the book up and he's like, hey, listen, we got something to tell you. Just keep dancing. Just keep dancing.
He's like, so Rhea, you are so excited. You won the like, and I hate that because I feel like she's a good talker. She doesn't need a scripted promo.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's my own bias. And then we had the match.
All right. The match itself.
Those plates look nice on that belt. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it.
I hate to say it. I don't know what's going on, but it felt like the chemistry was way off.
Yeah, it was
than
really
the night
bad.
before. Because the night
before
they
were both frustrated.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. It was clunky again. It was another clunky. Like in the beginning, got its footing, but they only had. I think they had 10 minutes.
Yeah, like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and it was like 4 minutes in, again, with the Mania match, it was like 4 minutes in. Once they hit outside the ring on the apron, they like remembered what they were doing, it felt like.
Yeah.
But I think tonight's going to be interesting. I'm very curious to see what happens tonight on Raw.
For me, I didn't like the match because I felt like you said, the chemistry, to me, it wasn't there. I also feel as though their styles are very similar in the way they're both very chaotic fighters. And I feel like they were both trying to have that dominant brawler thing, and it wasn't working. Somebody had to give up that power, and I feel like neither one of them were willing to give up that, power, and it just made it look really awkward. The missed spots, the missed kicks, the electric chair drop that went wrong the first time, then they did it again. The whole match was just bad. And then Charlotte on top of that was just literally the worst thing you could have done, because we talked about this before and after Rio on the title. We said we hope Charlotte doesn't get thrown in there, and sure enough, Lacey Evans, Kane Jr. Here comes Charlotte, being thrown in there.
We knew her ass was gonna show up, and my favorite part is when she comes to like kick their ass, her shoes beat her in the frame, so you see her kick her shoes into Asuka before Charlotte ever gets there.
Yeah. She was like,
whoa, where them shoes come from? Oh, Charlotte. Oh, never mind.
Charlotte.
And like, I feel like it gets predictable because tonight Rhea's saying, "Oh, I'm going to be watching very closely," so she's going to come and interfere. It's the same cookie cutter shit we're getting every week, and it's like, make it interesting. You have so many other women just sitting there that Rhea could wrestle. We don't need to wait for whatever Asuka and Charlotte are doing right now. I guess this is for number one contender. Nobody knows.
Well, this is the long thing we had to build.
Oh, really?
It's 6 because WrestleMania Backlash, can't stand that dumbass name. It's 6 weeks away. It's 6 weeks away. So they have a lot to build. Okay. And what we're seeing is, in my opinion, a triple threat match in development.
Okay.
We don't need one.
And that's what we were originally supposed to get if Charlotte would have been in the card. But now you're just rehashing it and giving us the triple threat match. I feel Charlotte will add to the match and add chemistry because she has great chemistry with both of them.
Right.
So
we know that Charlotte and Rhea wrestle well together. We know. I haven't seen Charlotte and Asuka. Really.
Oh, they're really good.
So then
very great.
They're going to add Charlotte to give it some chemistry. Who walks out with the title? I really hope it's Rhea, but we'll see.
I just don't want it to be Charlotte because I think that WrestleMania proved that that's not something that we need. You know, we've proven that Charlotte is not a necessity on a card or in a match to make. Look, the triple threat last year between Becky, Charlotte, not last year, before last season, Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda wasn't what everybody expected it to be. And everybody thought it was going to be this epic match, you know, because it was Charlotte in there, and it really wasn't. And so for me, I'm disappointed because I think the WrestleMania aftermath, especially with the whole narrative of new blood that we saw them do with WrestleMania, that's the direction I thought they were going. I thought Asuka was going to get her rematch and Rhea was going to move on to someone else. But lo and behold, they throw Charlotte in there, and I feel like, and what bothered me about it was I feel like they're gonna mistake go away heat for, hey, you're a heel, boo kind of heat, and it's annoying to me. It's really annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's repetitive. It's the in case, break glass in case of emergency. It's the same thing. Charlotte Flair is the female John Cena. I don't like to compare females to males when it comes to this, but it's like you're going to that instead of just having, hey, let's give Asuka her rematch. Let's make it a better match than what they had at Mania, because we're used to that. We're used to saying, the Mania match wasn't that great. The rematch is going to be better, or this to be the end and the blow up to the feud. I want it to be Rhea versus Asuka part 2, but obviously it's not going to be that way because Charlotte is involved. So hopefully, and I feel bad for Asuka. Asuka is low woman on the totem pole in this match. I feel so bad for her because she carried the pandemic the whole time, whether she was doing little dances or. I just feel bad for her. Her whole title run was bad.
But like she couldn't have the title forever.
Yeah, of course.
So like, and this isn't my Rhea Ripley bias. Like, do you feel bad that she dropped the title, or feel bad that she's getting booked horribly now?
She's getting booked horribly.
Okay,
not that she dropped.
I just am asking. I really just feel like, I don't know. I'm sick of Charlotte. I'm really just sick of Charlotte. That's really where it's at right now.
I think it's safe to say everybody's sick of Charlotte. And it's not to take anything away from her because, she's good at what she does. I don't think there's ever been like a terrible Charlotte Flair match. But at the end of the day, I feel like when you book somebody that strong, it kind of ruins things for me. Like even when Sasha Banks won her first title off of Charlotte off of a roll-up, it annoyed me because I feel like what makes Charlotte so special that she can't tap, be pinned, or finish. It irritates. It's irritating. And like I said, Asuka is the low woman on this pole, and whoever takes the L is more likely going to be Asuka.
Right, and that's the thing is like also, so this whole new Charlotte narrative we have, this goes against her Royal Rumble appearance where she smiled when Bianca and Rhea eliminated her, and I thought that we were really seeing like a glimmer of I'm going to pass the torch, like Sasha did at Mania. I really thought that we were going to see that from Charlotte, and I feel like that's the character development we want and we need from her. It's different, and and then she just came out in this promo and said, "I'm done being like the nice guy." Like, oh well, you were nice for 2.8 seconds. Like,
when have you ever been?
You smiled.
Even as a face, you're cocky and arrogant.
Right.
It's like you're the same person. And another issue I had. Can we talk about the tag team title situation a little bit?
Can we not? Can we just move?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Okay. What situation?
So, we all know that Mandy Rose took a huge fall at WrestleMania in front of a live audience.
Did she?
Did she? I mean, did she? But, okay. They play it up. Nia and Shayna are watching backstage, laughing at it over and over again. It was funny. Mandy comes and she's like, yeah. You know what? I laughed. I fell. Ha ha ha! It's me. And then Mandy and Dana to beat up Nia after Shayna left the room
in the worst gear ever.
In some reason,
I don't know why that got a reprise on Monday Night Raw.
Stop wearing it. It's not. It's terrible.
Go back to your old gear. Go back to the jeans gear you were wearing. That was fun.
Literally.
And then it led to a tag match, not for the titles, just a tag match. And the weirdest thing happened. Nia Jax decided to turn into a klutz on Raw.
Turn into a klutz?
No, just trip over herself.
No, I know. That was like obviously pushed, but the woman's a klutz already in the ring. Let's not lie.
Yeah.
She injured people left and right. Don't say that this is a new thing.
Oh, God. Okay.
But Karma got her. She slipped getting in the ring or coming down the ramp?
Coming down the ramp and getting in the ring.
Slipped getting back in the ring like later on in the match and like completely like busted her ass again.
I hate this for her.
Recycled storyline.
And then why is it after you guys get an advantage on the heels, you run away and take the count out? What does that prove?
Yeah, it just didn't make any sense. And they're like, oh no. We're just like, what?
It's not worth it.
They tried to play it as like, oh no, Nia's too mad for me to get in the ring with her. Are you not competitors? Yeah, Are you not Dana Brooke and Mandy too fitness? You know, because that's what their whole original thing was. Dana Brooke is like a power lifter or something like that, and Mandy is a fitness model. Y'all whole thing is like y'all brought like y'all fit. Like get in the ring. Get in the ring.
Get him. I mean, Shayna might be different, but you had Nia on the ropes. Go get her.
Yeah, I'm over the tag titles. They should have gone to a legitimate tag team.
Right, squad. Or to me, to get it over with.
Honestly, at that point.
That was terrible, man. That was horrible.
Mm-hmm. Didn't we fast forward through it?
Yeah, we did. We fast forward through it.
As we were recording. We just watched it. We were like, does that look like a good spot? Nah, we'll just keep going. We'll just.
It's
not good.
It wasn't good at all. And then the weird thing is, when you move on to SmackDown, a completely different story.
Yeah.
Like Shayna and Nia didn't bust her ass in the ring.
Nope.
None of that happened.
So they're different people? Yeah, like I'm not. Are they two gimmicks? Like I don't get it.
I'm different on Raw, but if you don't watch me on Raw, I'm a badass
change your
SmackDown.
Wig. If you're gonna be the different person, change your wig. Whatever.
Now, I don't even know what happened. I know it was a tag match. I had to get myself together.
Didn't we fast forward that match too?
It was on SmackDown, right? It was on SmackDown.
What happened on SmackDown? Was there another woman?
It was Natalya versus Shayna.
Oh, it was a singles match.
And
it was a singles match. And they lost by the dreaded roll up, and then the dreaded roll up, and then Nia got in the ring and grabbed Natalya by the hair, and Tamina did. She not a super kick. I'll give it to her. Was fire.
Yeah.
She kicked the shit out of Nia, and then okay. Hashtag why Natty. Why I felt if you literally just like kick the shit out of Nia Jax, the thing to do is like, yeah, B, you like talk your shit. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, Natty, like this is your like come on,
always Natty.
Yeah, everything. I like when I hate face Natalya because all she does is go, yeah.
At Mania, when we all were screaming, she's not legal. She's like, yeah, in the sharpshooter. We're all just like, no, honey.
No.
Wrong person.
No. Yeah.
Did you say sharpshooter? Did you say
you guys want to see a sharpshooter? No one asked for that.
Do you want to see a slow sharpshooter? Slow motion? Okay. I got you.
No.
Remember when she was the 30th entrant in the Royal Rumble in January and no one cared?
Yo.
What a waste of 30.
It really was. But it's so bad because when I tell you when Natalya first came on the scene, I loved Natty. Her first, I don't know if you remember her first theme with the laugh and then, yeah, baby. Like it was a smooth ass theme, and Natty was this heel with Victoria, and I love that Natty. Mm-hmm. But somewhere along the way, they changed her to this kind of like face, and it just ruined her for me. And I love Natalya. The only critiques I have about Natalya is I wish she would move a little quicker, and I wish she would stop saying every 10 seconds to get the crowd going. Just wrestle, please. Just wrestle, Natalya.
Just wrestle, and she has a beautiful discus clothesline. The best one ever, and it's just Can we talk about the best part of the best?
Wait, I was going to say, can we talk about the Bianca Belair what was it? The celebration party? What was it called? What did we call it? Oh, what did they Street Profits call it?
The Bianca Belair title celebration.
It was like title celebration, something, and Montez and Dawkins standing out there
hyping,
talking about.
Can I be honest? I love Bianca. I didn't like it.
Really? I loved it.
I liked the celebration of it, but I was like, okay, but there's nothing going to happen. Like she said what she said and then left for the match.
She was like, I'm the champion, got my plates. Y'all go win the tag titles.
We were gold in this house.
Why is she unopposed, but like 5 seconds? Like Rhea didn't even get to appear. Well, she did get to appear, and then Charlotte appeared.
Well, she did go opposed because the minute the promo was over, they went right to Sasha.
And so, but Sasha didn't say anything.
Sasha was
she was pissed.
She did not talk.
All she said was Bianca left a mark on her.
She did. I don't remember words. Did she say words?
No. Bianca said she left a mark once. Bianca said that. She was like, I left a mark. Yeah, she said nothing. She was like,
she kept looking and
then looking at the scar and then walked away.
Also, take your bra off if you're going to wear that outfit. I'm sorry. I'm here to talk about gear too. Sasha had on a really cute outfit. And she had on a black bra.
On Sasha.
Yo, why do you do this every week?
No, because what did I say last week?
She looked really nice.
I said she looked amazing.
She gave her her credit.
This week, honey. What's with the bra? She had on something that did not need a bra under it. It was a bra.
Right.
And she wore a black bra under a blue outfit. I'm sorry. If
it was visible, yeah.
I would have said it.
You probably would have, yeah. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Corner.
Just say she ain't here. She's not here for it.
Yeah, she was. And then you know what the thing is? I feel like they're rinsing and repeating again because who else had a promo right after Sasha did? Bayley. So Bayley laid claim, which I feel she should.
I feel like that was obvious, though.
Because Bayley should have laid claim, obviously, because one, she didn't even have a match at Mania, but she was the host.
Yeah.
Because I only count her and Titus. There was a third host, allegedly.
There wasn't a third host.
There wasn't a third host.
I couldn't hear anything over the booze in the arena.
Yeah, there were a lot of
I couldn't hear anything, yeah. And I think the third host had a hood on his head. I couldn't see. It was like a white hood.
It was like a white hood. Covered his whole face, right?
Yeah. Covering the whole face. I couldn't see.
So,
but I'm bad for making fun of Sasha's bra. But I'm the bad one. Fine, I'll be the heel on the podcast.
I love this show. Oh,
yeah, this show is great. So Bayley came out and laid her claim to it and said basically, oh, Sasha needs to fall back and get out of line, and I deserve a title shot because Bianca, blah, blah, blah. And I feel this is what they're going to do again. We're going to have 2 triple threat matches at WrestleMania Backlash. I just hate the title. I'm just going to say Backlash.
It makes you so angry.
It makes me so angry.
They're selling shirts that say WrestleMania Backlash.
There's shirts that say WrestleMania
on the shop. They're ugly.
I don't get it, though. Like, just call it Backlash.
Just call it Backlash.
Call it Backlash.
We know what it's a backlash to. We know.
Yeah. It's not. Whatever. People are not going to see WrestleMania and want to watch WrestleMania Backlash more because it has WrestleMania in the title. It's not how it works.
There's going to be a ship in the background, and we're going to be like, "Damn it again!" Is KO jumping off this time? Is this going to happen?
Hey, at least
hopefully Io will be there. She'll jump off.
There are now WWE billboards at Universal in the park for Peacock. Like there's a Charlotte one, a Sasha one, and then a bunch of guys we don't care about. I think it's like Drew, probably Bobby Lashley. Shirai has one. Roman has
okay.
One. But I was very happy. We're gonna see it next week, so we'll take a picture and post it on Twitter.
Yeah, take it. Yeah, I want to see it.
But can we talk before we close with the aftermath? Can we talk about the best part of the aftermath?
NXT.
Yes.
NXT. Can we talk about NXT?
Yes, we can.
I cried so hard watching NXT.
I bet you did. I know you were loving it.
Cried so hard. That's how you do an aftermath show. But like also paying tribute to the brand.
They handled it so well. All right. Now I want your opinion on this because the internet went abuzz. RJ, I'll let you start it off. All right. So Raquel comes and cuts her promo, thanks everybody. Thanks to Io Shirai, for being a great champion. And thanks Dakota, because if Dakota wasn't, didn't help her debut, blah, blah, blah.
They're going to break up soon.
They're going to break up. It's going to happen. We know it. Definitely. It's going to be another Diesel Shawn Michaels situation.
Yeah.
So then Frankie Monet comes out, which, by the way, she's the one that picked the name, so I'm not even hating her on it.
Yeah.
She picked it. So
I didn't know that, yeah.
She's the one who said it. I picked that name. I like Taya Valkyrie. I'm used to Taya Valkyrie, but she's Frankie Monet. Frankie Monet comes out and cuts a promo and basically says, oh, congratulations, but I'm here to come after your title, and I'll see you every Tuesday. Raquel cuts a very good promo and says if she keeps talking, she's going to shove the dog up her culo. Great. Loved it. Fantastic. Yeah. Then the event we're going to talk about later happened. Do you feel that since that event happened, that kind of set back Frankie's debut?
Okay, and I was thinking about this too. I
Mm-hmm.
felt like they squeezed too much into one. It was three things in one segment. It
Mm-hmm.
was Frankie's debut, it was Raquel's speech, and it was the three champions coming together. I
Mm-hmm.
felt like they could have done that completely separately. I felt like maybe there could have been some physicality there,
Mm-hmm.
and then Frankie maybe been like exiting the ring or something like that, and then or maybe Bianca and Rhea, came out to like kind of help her or something. I don't know. I just felt like there was just too much going on, and it was just weird for her to be like, "Okay, I'll see you on Tuesday," and then like she just left. It was it was real weird to me. It was weird. Or I felt like they could have done the three of them in the ring, and then Frankie could have come out, interrupted them, and then saw that there was three of them there willing to like beat her ass, and then she was like, "I'll see you Tuesday when you don't got your back up," and then she could have left or something like that. For me, it was a little too much going on, and I felt like it did kind of water down her debut because it kind of took the focus off of her and moved it to Bianca, Rhea, and Raquel, which I feel like it is they deserve it, yeah. But I also feel like at the end of the day, if you didn't watch NXT, you really wouldn't have known she debuted because of what everybody was talking about social media wise. Frankie wasn't on my timeline like that.
Not at all for me at
Yeah.
all. No, so my thing is like I feel like if they could have done it where why didn't Frankie cut like a promo before Raquel came out, calling Raquel out, and then in Raquel's like victory speech says, "And Frankie, I see you, but this is not your time." Like something like that. Because I feel like if Frankie would have done the whole like when the three of them were out there, because then I feel like that puts NXT against Frankie. Because then it's like, well, the past and the present and NXT are trying to kick your ass. That's not really a welcome to the brand. I don't know. I feel like it was so weird, and I honestly forgot she debuted. Like I literally until you guys just reminded me, I forgot about it because what happened after, like tore my heart open and just like I became a sobbing mess. Like
we can talk about that more.
Okay.
When it comes to my thoughts. Yes, it was all lumped together a lot, but I still enjoyed the end result.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this before we get into the big moment. I like how other people did what RJ said earlier and laid claim and didn't affect Raquel's promo at all. Mercedes Martinez came out after she had her match and said, "Yo, let Raquel know I'm coming for her."
Yeah.
Zoe Clark said, even though she's very new to the
talk
scene,
about jumping the line. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Y'all want to talk about
hey, take a seat.
Yeah, she
sit down,
laid
girl.
claim.
Get a better intro in gear, and then we'll talk.
Sorry. She laid claim. Yo, you have been done in gear for like the past couple of days.
Just the fashionista. And with it.
Gunning.
Oops.
And it's fine. But then we got to the big moment, the very big moment where Raquel held up her title, and then we heard Rhea Ripley's music hit. Rhea Ripley comes out,
and they were mean mugging each other.
Crowd went nuts. They mugged, hugged.
No, they clinked titles.
No, they mean mugged,
clinked titles, and then hugged. They mean mugged, smiled, clinked titles,
smooth, yeah.
And I was not. I had tears everywhere. Just done. I'm sorry.
And I'm a big Raquel fan. I love Raquel. Raquel's one of my favorites in NXT. I'm so glad she has a title. But then that wasn't the only surprise we got. RJ's favorite decided to come out. Once we heard that whip of the hair, crowd goes crazy again.
The two of them smile.
And Bianca.
Yeah.
Only thing I feel bad for Bianca was she didn't have her plate. She still had the Sasha plates on.
Can I talk about that?
Did Raquel have plates?
Raquel had plates.
I know Rhea had plates, but
but what bothers me about that is I feel like, and I get it, stuff changes all the time in WWE, but I feel like there should be a set of generic plates fitted for every single champion that as soon as the person loses that title, those Sasha Banks plates should have come off WrestleMania night.
Yes.
Then the generic plates should have went on until Bianca's plates were ready. Now, I feel like they should have been ready, but I get it. Things can change in Gorilla. Things can change when you're out there. They can make a call right then and there to change the finish during the match. So I get, not having those plates ready to go But I also feel like it's also kind of disrespectful to have a champion walking around with somebody else's plates on.
Yep.
And that it irritated me. Even in the photo
Absolutely.
shoot they did after, you could clearly see those Sasha Banks' plates. I didn't like that at all. I didn't.
And they're like they tried to have her pose so it was hiding. And then she had her birthday party and they like filmed it. And all of the pictures, they like had the belt closed. So like you didn't see the plates. They had it bent so far back. Because the plates obviously were still Sasha's. And it's like, why? My thing is, why were Rhea's ready when Rhea's match was planned way after Bianca Sasha was a thought and even decided for Mania? Rhea Asuka and like the belts already come with generic plates. I just bought the Raw champion. Well, he just bought me the Raw Championship belt to put Rhea plates on. It comes with just WWE plates. You have them.
I do think too that the show you're on determines how you get your plates, though, because I feel like they had to have Rhea's ready because Monday Night Raw. They had to have Raquel because Wednesday, Bianca's didn't have Bianca's Friday Night Smackdown. So yeah, that's probably why she didn't have them on Wednesday. But I still feel they should have been ready. WrestleMania. Everybody should have plates on WrestleMania. Everybody.
Yeah,
exactly.
And they did a whole video of Rhea like literally getting the plates put on Monday night, like right before Raw.
Yeah.
So why Bianca doesn't have that? Like. Why?
It just felt weird, but it was still a beautiful moment. They clinked titles, they hugged. It was a very dope moment.
Triple H was just sobbing in the back.
He probably was. He was probably tearing up emotionally and everything. Seeing the plates, it was just like, okay, cool. And I love the moment. They all hugged. They all clinked titles. The picture of them at a house show popped up in the background. They all stood up and held their titles high. Triple H probably sobbing in the background like a proud dad.
And then he did his photo shoot with them,
with
belts, on his tiptoes.
On his tiptoes. All of them were wearing him.
Well, it's because Rhea and Raquel are already like Rhea's 5'7". Okay.
Yeah, Rhea is the tallest short person I've ever met.
I didn't know she was 5'7". You would think she's, especially going against in the Mae Young Classic. I thought she was a giant from the Mae Young Classic.
I don't know if she's 5'7" or if her boots are just really that tall.
Exactly, because Charlotte in that match with Charlotte last year, Charlotte's taller. They said Charlotte was the Amazon of that match. She was taller.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was just a really cool moment, man. I can't wait to see what the future does with these titles. They are all seeming to be set up for hopefully long reigns. I think Raquel is going to probably have the longest one out of everybody.
Probably.
Because she really has a lot of competition to work with.
Yeah.
And also, before we even move on to, we have to go into the gloomy news. I can't wait to talk about that. Major props to Candice LeRae, Shotzi Blackheart, Ember Moon, and Indy Hartwell for that amazing 8-person tag.
Oh my God, that was the best match of the week. That is,
it was so much going on, but I loved it. It was chaos, but I loved it.
Loved it.
It was so fun.
Didn't Johnny and Candice book it?
Yeah, Johnny and Candice, again, shout out to them. Triple H has said backstage in interviews again, and we talked about this last week, that Candice and Johnny, Ciampa, and a few others help with booking matches, putting them together, setups, and all that stuff. It was chaotic but fun. We saw Candice hit DDTs on dudes, and Shotzi and Ember hit eclipses and dives and everything. Indy got her man. Happy for her.
I got it. That was hilarious. I give it to her. When she woke up or whatever and was like, that was it for me.
Did you see the text messages on Twitter? What was it?
So Mackenzie did an interview right backstage with The Way, and Johnny and Candice are mom and dad. And they're basically like, no, you can't hang with him. Like, what the hell? Da, 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 da. So Mackenzie's telling Indy, like, yo, hit me up later. Text me and let me know what the deal is.
Yeah.
So Mackenzie texts Indy and the screenshots were up. So she's like, hey, girls, Mackenzie, how'd the date go? What happened? Blah, 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 blah. Come to find out, Indy had,
Johnny had Indy's phone.
and it sounded like Johnny.
But it was being Indian. It was like, I don't know why you're talking to me. You're a mean lady. Like, it was just so stupid.
Go throw your phone in the lake.
Yeah, like just Johnny Gargano, like bullshit.
Yo, I love it, man. I love stuff like that. This is how you do like wrestling and comedy. You do it well like this.
Exactly.
But like also, not Braun, what's his name? Bronson Reed. I was like Braun Strowman. Bronson Reed and Shotzi together. I want to see them do tag matches together more often. Yeah. But she was like, no, use me. Throw me.
throw me.
So good.
So good. So good.
Shotzi's winning me over, man. I'm starting to love her more and more every time I see Shotzi.
She's winning me over.
She just needs to wear masks when she goes out in public
and control.
Yes, Shotzi.
Hey, we're working on it, okay?
She'll get there.
She'll get there.
Do we have to talk about the sad stuff now?
Yes, we have to talk about the sadness. So,
part two,
or the worst horror story in wrestling history. We had Black Thursday, right?
Literally a year to the day of Black Wednesday last year,
where many releases took place on the WWE roster, and we always should know going in, oh, WrestleMania was great. Everything was fine. Nothing bad is going to happen. Nope. Here come the releases. Now, there were many male superstars on the list, Samoa Joe being one of the blatant ones that we were all like, what the hell?
Saved WrestleMania on commentary.
In a damn poncho.
In a fucking little poncho.
Little ass poncho.
Right.
Ponchos, too. Couldn't even get him a nice one.
Couldn't get him a nice poncho.
Messed up.
But we're going to talk about the female stars that were released. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce were released, as well as Mickie James, and I believe that's all the females. And Chelsea Green. Now, I'm going to hand it back to Jess for a second. What was the most shocking release out of the
Billie Kay?
Just Billie Kay?
Well, the Iconics, but Peyton, what has Peyton done?
She lost to Asuka.
Yeah. Billie Kay, and I read something that was perfect on Twitter. It was Billie Kay did exactly what WWE wants their wrestlers to do when they're pulled from TV time. Make a moment of every single time you have. And she did that, even if I hated it. I hated the resume gimmick, but it grew on me to the point when we got to this tag team turmoil and Carmella was looking for somebody. I was sure, let Billie do it. What is she doing? I'm not mad at it anymore. And she did that for months after literally getting pulled from her partner and split. And I think I just started watching wrestling when the Iconics got split up. Because I was ooh, who's the Riot Squad? But it just it shocked me because I was Billie Kay, it felt like she was going to have her second coming on the main roster as a singles person. But I heard that they split them up to push Peyton months ago anyway. And then nothing happened. I don't know. I don't love the Iconics, but I feel for them. Because they did what they were asked.
Yeah.
But Mickie
James I agree.
Is too old.
Oh, I know. RJ,
but we can hold Goldberg on a contract. RJ, I'm going to let you go.
I know. Go ahead. This is Mickie James talk. I know you're about to go in.
Okay. Mickie James is a legend in her own right. She is a living legend. She's done so much for women's wrestling. You can argue that Lita was Trish Stratus's greatest rivalry for a time, but I feel like Mickie James brought Trish Stratus to a whole nother level in her career. And I feel like Mickie James was completely wasted. You brought her back in under Alexa Bliss. You allowed Alexa Bliss to berate her, call her old, all of these things. And Mickie James is, I don't want to say better, but Mickie James is just as a capable wrestler as any woman on that roster. And I feel like to release her the way they did is just disrespectful. I feel like they could have given her one more title run and allowed her to tie Trish, especially being that Trish's record has been broken by Charlotte. Sasha Banks has tied it. There's tied it 6 or 7, whatever. Anyway, I feel like Mickie James definitely should not have been released. That's the one that really hurt. Billie Kay hurt, but Mickie James hurt more because I feel like she should have gotten more to do in her second run. She shouldn't have been low to mid-tier. She should have been in there with Charlotte. She should have been in there with the 4 horsewomen. Mickie James definitely could have gotten, over. Matter of fact, I don't say couldn't got her. She was over it. People love Mickie. I feel like she just wasn't used right in her final run with WWE. And, people come back, for 1 or 2 runs, but I don't feel like Mickey's going to come back to WWE. So, unfortunately, I feel like this is the end for her, and it makes me sad because I feel like we never got to see Mickie really do what Mickie can do, especially in this era in WWE women's wrestling, where women are really shining. We saw her work in TNA. We saw how good she was when she was hardcore country Mickie James, and to see her just come back to WWE and not get the because she literally is the Mickie James, and I felt like we didn't get to see that. We didn't, and it hurts.
And the thing is that bothers me. You brought her back to NXT, And NXT, and I've never shown you this
I
match.
didn't know that.
Okay, so the story goes, they had a big match set up in Canada for it was SummerSlam weekend. Asuka was supposed to face Trish at NXT.
Okay.
Trish got pregnant, so they called Mickie James and were like, "Hey, listen, we need to give Asuka an opponent. You're just as good as Trish. You're a legend in the game. We want you to have this match." Honestly, people were talking about that match more than any other match that weekend. Mickie James put on a solid performance. And the thing that bothers me the most, again, is Mickie told them on record, you don't have to use me for everything. Just have me in one-off feuds. I want to go up against the Alexa Blisses, the Charlottes, the Bianca Belairs, just one-offs. I just want to wrestle the talent. That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
I offered her another job where they wanted her to be a color commentator, and then they took that from her. So then there was a wait for a release. That was, but I do see where she could possibly end up. I don't want it for her, but she's most likely going to end up being with her husband, Nick Aldis, in NWA. So I can see that happening, and she could add to that women's division or lack thereof. Because, I mean, they actually show their women, but then, you know, more of a looking at you, AEW.
AEW has women's wrestling?
Oh, so now they do.
Besides that one main event that they won't stop talking about?
I'll give them credit. they really picked up this week for women's wrestling. They really picked up. We're not going to talk about it, but they really picked up.
Okay.
The Iconics are another one. That hurt me a lot too. As much as I'm not a huge fan of them, their comedic timing was great.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They were one of the true tag teams in the division.
And you broke them up for nothing.
You broke them up for nothing. What? Peyton, who ended up being in a tag team with Lacey Evans for some godforsaken reason.
I forgot about that too.
And that didn't even work out. And then you had her lose to Asuka. And you didn't even have her on the Mania card, which sucks.
They have this bad habit of breaking up. They do it with men too, but the women to me are worse because they break them up with the promise of pushing one and then they don't. They did it to the Riot Squad. It was originally Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, and what is her name? Not Sarah
Logan.
Sarah Logan. It is Sarah Logan. Yeah, Sarah Logan. Guys, she's been going for so long. I love Sarah Logan. My apologies.
Yeah.
And they did it to the Iconics with Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. And they did it to Liv Morgan and Sonya Deville. Like, what is the point of breaking these people up? Not Liv Morgan, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Like, what is the point? What is the point?
There's no point.
You have a whole women's tag team division. You're not putting these people in. You're letting. Let's be honest. They're letting the same people hold the single women's championships. So why not keep your teams together and have a viable tag team division? It doesn't make any sense to me. And it's one like with the whole Billie Kay thing. Billie Kay, and I sent you guys that thing in the chat where, you know, WWE and Vince McMahon has a thing where grab the brass ring, whatever opportunity you get, make the most of it. Billie Kay did that. She literally took a gimmick that was terrible and was getting over with it. People were laughing. They were rooting for her. They were, what is Billie Kay going to do next? Where is she going to show up next? She did everything. She was great at the Rumble. Amazing. Amazing. She did everything she was asked to do, and they still fired her. You took away her tag team partner, her best friend, put her in this terrible situation. Peyton Royce, I feel terrible for Peyton Royce because she got nothing out of it. Billie Kay at least got over. Peyton Royce got zero out of this. She got stuck with Lacey Evans as a tag team partner. They never made sense, that they had no chemistry together, and you got released.
Yeah,
terrible.
It just sucks, man. You know, and I just hope and I feel that they're going to go the route that they should be going to, and that's to Impact, because Impact seems to handle women's tag team wrestling very well.
Yes.
Because you're not involved in a singles feud in Impact. You're usually involved in a tag team situation. So why not add to that tag team roster by adding the Iconics? But
that's how it should be. That's how it should be, though. I feel like, and WWE just doesn't know how to book their tag team division. We've seen that even before. It felt like the women's championship was always intertwined with the tag team championships. They don't know how to book tag teams. And Vince McMahon hasn't even gone on record saying that he doesn't really care for tag team wrestling. And I feel like that's a reason why we get it the way we do. So, but it's just unfortunate that Billie and Peyton had to kind of suffer the wrath of, you know, WWE breaking up tag teams again. But hopefully they'll land. Hopefully wherever they go, they'll link up together and land on their feet. Because I really enjoy Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. I love them as the Iconics. I was happy when they won the tag titles, even though I was, felt bad for Sasha and Bayley. But I've always been a fan of the Iconics. They won me over, not early on, but fairly earlier than most. I was an Iconics fan, so I'll follow Billie and Peyton wherever they go.
Mm-hmm. And we wish the best to everyone who was released in the future.
Yeah.
But we got to get out of the sad talk. We got to get out of the sad talk.
Yes.
We got get into the closer, the thing that's going to make everybody happy. Dream matches. Now, I thought of this idea off the top of my head. I said, since these releases have gone down and we've seen these greatest women's lists and we just had an amazing main event between Sasha and Bianca, between the three of us, let's make 5 dream matches. And none of us have seen or heard our lists. Mm-hmm. So we're just going to go off the top. Just going to say a random match and why we think it's the way it should be and why or how it would be booked. And it's going to be a fun time. So who wants to go first? Should I go first just to start kicking off?
You can start. And this was...
Yeah, kick it off.
Did you guys do wrestlers from like any era, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't. I only did the wrestlers I know, which is only from the last year. So
which is fine.
Which is great. I'm just letting everybody know it's slim pickings for me. little bit of repeats on here.
Oh, I have some repeats too. I
didn't just book Rhea Ripley 5 times. Mm-hmm. I wanted to.
Okay, I'm going to start from number 5. Okay. Number 5 is the recently released Iconics on the independent scene, going up against one of my favorite tag teams on the independent. Go ahead.
Is it the Sea Stars?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would love.
Okay.
I would love to see Billie and Peyton, or they're going by their real names now. Yeah. And they're probably going to think of a cool name anyway. To go up against a young up-and-coming tag team, a sister tag team who I fell in love with that made me love tag team wrestling even more, especially women's tag team wrestling.
Yeah.
And they're still young. All of them are very young. So this is just going to be an amazing match. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know where it's going to happen. Hopefully I'm in the building for it when it happens. I would just love to see these 4 women put on a great match.
Okay.
That's my number 5.
I like it.
I like that. Want to go next, Jess?
Sure. Mine are in no order. Okay, this one, I feel like it might have already happened and I missed it, but I feel like their gimmicks right now would be really cool together. I want Candice LeRae, but like twisted evil Candice LeRae versus whatever version of Alexa Bliss is we have right now. I want like evil Disney versus and maybe a gimmick match, maybe I don't know. But I feel like Candice and Alexa could actually like book themselves almost and write this story out because they're both so creative. So that's my first one. I feel like it'd be really cool and spooky for me.
I like it. Okay, I can see that. Oh, that would be fun, right? Especially with the work Alexa Bliss is doing now. Okay. Mm-hmm. So my first one is going to be face AJ Lee versus heel Melina.
Ooh.
I don't know that. I know AJ Lee from you.
Melina, Melina's heel work is legendary. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Could you imagine AJ flop selling everything Melina does?
Yeah.
Oh man. That would be awesome. That's the one thing I definitely need to see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good one. That is a really good one. Okay. My number 4 is one I've thought about for a very, very long time, especially with how they're moving and how everybody's doing their part right now, wherever they are. The current Raw Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley, going one-on-one with former Impact Knockouts champion, Jordynne Grace. Power versus power.
Okay, but this is Jordynne Grace's number.
I gotta give it to Jordan.
This is the Jordynne Grace number 1 dream match.
Oh, so I want to see that.
Once you brought it up, the wheels started turning. You can have so much fun with this match. It's gonna be there's gonna be some technical stuff because Jordan's actually picked up.
Jordan can wrestle.
I'm thinking about this so hard now.
And Jordan can wrestle.
And Rhea has added more of a little bit of a high flyer to herself. That cannonball she does now is really beautiful.
Yeah, boy.
Drop kicks and women's wrestling.
Rhea the dog is agreeing with you right now.
Rhea's agreeing with you. Once you mentioned, give me this match one way or another. I mean, Jordan's contract is up in May. I'm just saying, you want to scoop her up now. Now
I feel like Jordan Raquel would be really good in NXT too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. That's just an idea.
Okay. To get to Rhea, you got to go through Raquel, I guess, first, technically.
Yeah, you have to one way or another. It's like a battle. You have to beat the medium-sized boss to get to the big boss.
She is hype.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rhea is hype.
You got her hype.
Rhea's ready.
She is so hype right now.
She cursing y'all out.
We literally cannot get her.
She is hype right now.
There we go.
She's the fourth member of the podcast. Yeah.
Literally. Wait, I'm on my next one, right? Is it me?
Yeah.
Okay. This one is like I feel like this is the most likely to happen right now. And that is a triple threat, specifically at Survivor Series, specifically between the three women who we just talked about, who are on NXT together. So I really want Raw Women's Champion versus SmackDown Women's Champion versus NXT Women's Champion. I want Raquel, Bianca, Rhea in the ring together.
That is going to shut it down. That is going to be the
main event. I'm
The
sorry.
main event. Yeah. You can't top that.
You tried it before with Survivor Series when it was Bayley, Becky, and Shayna, and it wasn't that great a main event.
No.
But you could try it.
I called it the new era triple threat. Was what I called it.
I like it.
That's good booking. That's good billing.
There's a shirt.
Really
I'm ready. I'm ready. WWE, call me, hire me. Like, let's go.
We're gonna have fun with that. You know what's gonna be good about that? Because Bianca's face and those two are gonna be working. Because Rhea's really good at being a tweener.
Yes.
So face Bianca, tweener Rhea, and heel Raquel.
And you could have callbacks to R&R, Raquel and Rhea's tag team in moments, but then you can also have Rhea and Bianca have callbacks to the Rumble together against Raquel, and then Raquel. Yeah, I just see it working so well. I feel like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
The story they're gonna tell them that is gonna be great. That you're gonna get your dream match. They're gonna hold on. They better not give nothing to Charlotte.
I swear to God.
Don't you add Charlotte to this?
She does not need to be. She can ref. She could be the special ref. You really
let her
be
the timekeeper.
Yeah, she can ring the fucking bell.
She can commentate and scream.
Have the 4 horsewomen on commentary, passing the torch.
I would love it. That'd be fine.
I'm just gonna keep booking this.
Keep booking.
Just the booker.
Oh, Rhea is hyped.
Rhea is hyped about this show.
Rhea is ready. She's trying to give her a dream matches. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay. My next one is kind of like starting shit, but man, I don't care. I want to see Carol Hogan versus Sasha Banks.
Oh, you petty.
Who's gonna wear the wig though? Oh no, only one can have blue hair.
And blue hair on the pole match.
Oh. God forbid. That's petty. I love that.
Petty.
The promos though for that.
Mm-hmm.
No one's leaving with hair attached to their head.
I want to see that.
Okay. My next dream match, and you two know how I feel about this. So I'm going to book Candice LeRae versus Sasha Banks.
Oh, that's just for you.
Oh.
Here's how it works. Heel Sasha versus face Candice. Oh. And I mean face Candice like when she was going up against Io Shirai, like she's the underdog. Like she's going into a situation where she could lose. But she's gonna put her best effort and put on the best match she possibly can. And we ignore Seltzer's ratings around here.
Yeah, we don't care.
5-star banger. Yeah. Off the rip.
Oh yeah. Hands down.
The work would be amazing. Hands down.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be good.
Ooh, okay. So mine, I created 2 factions kind of, or I brought back a faction and added to a current tag team. So I really think when the time comes, not right now, when Shotzi is ready for the main roster, I feel like if Sarah Logan is not ready to come back to the Riot Squad, Shotzi is the third member of the Riot Squad. So I really feel like Shotzi would vibe with Liv and Ruby, but I feel like someone's got to change their hair color, or they're all got to be green. Because
they got to add some kind of green to their attire.
I don't know, but I want them to go against. And I did not know about this faction. I just said 2 people I wanted, and then Wade told me about a faction that used to exist called Team Bad.
Oh yeah,
boy, Naomi, and then he said, "Well, Tamina was in a faction with them." So I want Team Bad versus the new Riot Squad with Shotzi Blackheart.
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Team Bad. Of course I want them to freebird that whole, like, if they are champions, but I want to add Bianca to that.
Ooh, okay.
If you go back and you watch Team Bad and how they rocked with each other, Bianca's swag and her style fits right in with how they were with Team Bad.
I would love that. Oh, okay.
To me, it could be the force. They could be the personality.
Yeah, I love that. And then I feel like it gives Shotzi would pull out more personality from the Riot Squad. I love them, but there are times where they're quiet. I feel like they fly under the radar, and I feel like they need someone ballsy like Shotzi. Because Ruby looks ballsy, but she's very quiet out of the ring. Like, she's very quiet in the ring too. But I feel like you need someone. Ruby still can be the leader, but you need someone crazy. I feel like Sarah Logan was the crazy. So, or even add just Shotzi into the 3 of them already. Keep Sarah. I don't care. Make it a 4-person. Add Bianca. Yeah. But I want to see that.
4 versus 4. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what I want. Faction versus faction. Like, we need more women's factions.
Yes, we do.
Okay. What the hell did I write? Okay, so I have Layla Michelle McCool.
Okay.
Versus the Bella Twins, and I don't know who's this third person I wrote down. I can't read my handwriting, but it was someone. It was another tag team. I can't read my handwriting. But I know it was Laycool and the Bellas versus someone. It was like a triple threat tag team. I can't remember who it was. Yeah.
You could improv one.
Oh, the Iconics.
Yeah. Did you scratch them out?
Yeah, it was Laycool versus the Iconics versus the Bellas in a triple tag team.
How you gonna?
And I don't care for the Bellas.
How you gonna future Endeavor a dream match, bro? What you gonna do? Why you gonna do that? Why are you gonna future Endeavor a dream match? You just crossed them out. Like, nah, they ain't here. They can't be
I couldn't read it. I didn't. I would never do that to Billy and Peyton.
Yeah, they're. I like the match. Okay. My next dream match was a match that was supposed to happen at Evolution, but you decided to switch it up and do something completely different. So I'm going to call it, and this should have been the main event of Evolution, or you can do it for Evolution too. You still got time. Trish Stratus versus Sasha Banks. And this calls back to their interaction in the Royal Rumble, the first Royal Rumble. They were mocking each other.
Yeah.
I'm the best. No, I'm the best. You're just here. And what happened? Sasha eliminated Trish and then mocked her. You could play that up, heel Sasha the way she is now, and just have a returning Trish be like, yeah, Charlotte beat me, but now I want to face you because I feel you're better.
Yeah.
But you're not better than me.
I like that. And you know what? What I like about that is I feel like WWE wants Charlotte to be what Sasha is to everybody. Mm-hmm. And they're forcing Charlotte to be, they want us to think that Charlotte is Sasha. And what I love about that whole throwing Trish in there is that's what people were really looking forward to in that because that interaction with them in the Rumble was heat. And we never got that. So I want to see that. That would be good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, you talking about Rumble callback?
Sorry. I just got a vision of Trish trying to hit the Stratus faction and Sasha Banks turn into a bank statement. Ooh.
Chills. Oh.
I wish I knew about Trish. I don't.
We'll send you some matches and some moments.
I watched the women's 50 list, so I know the names and I kind of know, but I haven't watched much. I've seen them in the Rumbles, but talking Rumbles, let's call back to the 2021 Rumble that happened in January of this year.
Oh God.
My dream match starts there, but it doesn't start at the ending like you think it does. It starts with someone named Alexa Bliss getting eliminated by the only person in the ring who was not afraid of her. And I know I talked about an Alexa Bliss match already with Candice, but I think Rhea versus Alexa Bliss in a full-blown horror match where Rhea is not afraid of anything Alexa's throwing at her is going to throw this Bliss off her game. And I really think the Nightmare versus whatever we're calling her right now would be fantastic.
10 out of 10. Yeah. We would watch.
Right.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
Could be a gimmick match. It could be anything. I don't care.
10 out of 10.
I don't think it happens in front of live crowds. I think that is a Thunderdome match for sure. But I think it'd be great.
It could be a cinematic match.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. Oh, man.
You could do it in a dollhouse because she has that doll now. So transport Rhea into her dollhouse or something. And Rhea's I'm not afraid of you. This is my normal. Your nightmare is my reality. You need to understand that. And the promos. Ooh, okay.
Creative hiring just needs a job.
Yeah. I think it's up on Indeed. You can apply for it.
I will.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's based out of Orlando.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. You can be the Rhea Booker.
Be a great Booker.
Let me be best friends with Rhea Ripley.
I like it. I love it. Okay, my final one is Eve Torres, because y'all know how I feel that Eve Torres was completely in the wrong era. She got so much better, but we never got to see her really go. She did some good matches with Beth Phoenix, but as always, you know who I'm going to mention that brings out the best in every single person they step in the ring with. Eve Torres versus Sasha Banks.
Ooh, okay, that's rare. You know what? I need a little bit more. Oh, and Eve Torres now, because that MMA background. Oh,
yeah. She's a Gracie Jiu-Jitsu or whatever versus Sasha Banks.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's married to one of the Gracie.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
The MMA fighter trained. I'll show you something you can do. They're legends.
Is their name Rhea Ripley? Then I don't care.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what you're talking.
They are legends.
I'm kidding. I probably have seen them.
All right. We're talking dream matches. We got to go big.
Yeah.
I got to go big. This is my number one. Jess understands. RJ, you will understand once I say it.
Yeah.
My favorite female wrestler currently is Sasha Banks. Everyone knows that. And my dream match for Sasha Banks goes back to someone I was a fan of that I fell in love with when women's wrestling was starting to get the boom again. AJ Lee. AJ Lee versus Sasha Banks. I don't care who's the heel. I don't care who's the face. I don't know how you make this work. AJ can be her crazy gimmick. Sasha could be the obnoxious boss, whatever. Get that match done. Sasha was hyped up to me because of AJ Lee. It is a mixing of great styles. These two will ragdoll themselves for each other. Sasha has never worked with someone that she can ragdoll and will actually get ragdolled back. So you can play with this match. You can have so much situation where they can both ragdoll each other. It is one of the biggest matches I think that would be. It doesn't even have to be a main event. Just get it done. Get it done one way or another. It is the past, meaning the present. Two definite Hall of Famers going at it. Yeah. Give me 20 minutes. I don't care who wins. Just know I will be an emotional wreck whenever the match happens.
What would you want for a finish for that match?
I could see Sasha trying to go for a bank statement and AJ being like, hell no, Black Widow.
Okay.
And making Sasha would bend like crazy for that.
What I like about that is they both have similar mindsets in the ring as far as like wanting to put on the best match possible. So I can only imagine what those two would come up with because AJ Lee, just like Sasha's a student of the game, you know, she doesn't mind taking an L when she has to take an L as long as it makes sense to the character and to the match and the storytelling makes sense and it's cohesive. God dang. We're never going to see that.
Never. Because Vince hates CM Punk or Triple H hates CM Punk. So what?
Damn, we're never gonna see that.
Never, yo, never, never.
Sorry.
Damn. Maybe when they're like old, they'll decide to just on an independent circuit or something like that. After Sasha retires, I'm gonna lose it when Sasha retires.
Yep.
I'm not gonna be okay.
I'm not either. I'm like, damn it.
I have to call both of you and be like, "Are you okay? Everyone good?"
Like, no, just the last episode of WCW.
No,
this is the last episode.
But Bianca's still there. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
I don't care anymore.
My last match is like a throwaway. Like I said all my good ones already.
Well, still,
it's just one I want to see, but it also, I guess, ties into one I already said. It could be a lead up. I want to see Ember and Shotzi versus the Riot Squad versus Liv and Ruby. Just because, again, there's just 4 badass chicks in a ring. That's really all I want to see. And I love all their vibes, and I feel like they would all vibe together, and maybe that could just be Shotzi being like, well, you want to stay in NXT? I'm going to go join them on the main roster. See you later, Ember. But that's just my throwaway. My other ones were like my real dreams.
I like it. That's all I had, though.
Wow.
I know one more dream match I would like to see, and it's going to cause a lot of static.
What?
I would like to see the 2 finalists of the 2021 Royal Rumble.
Bianca's feet hit the ground. Bianca's feet hit the ground. If Raquel's not in Survivor Series, it better be Bianca Rhea. It better be Bianca Rhea, and we better get callbacks to that Rumble finish. We better.
That would be awesome.
But I also know if that happens, he's going to have to separate me and you. There's gonna be blood.
There's gonna be a lot of trash.
Head to head.
Call him right now. The match is on.
So, you know what the thing is? I can't even like, well, hey, who would you want to win? We both know who you would like to see win that match. So I didn't even go there.
Well, you know.
But if I had to pick, I'm gonna say it off air because I can.
We all know Bianca would be like the heartfelt win, and no one would care if Rhea won or lost.
Yeah, no, it was like, all right.
Yeah. But no, people would care. She has a lot of fans.
Yeah, you'd be like, okay, it's Bianca. Like, you know what? Everyone wins in that situation. You'd be like, if Rhea were to beat Bianca, you'd be like, okay, you know what? It's cool. But if Bianca beats Rhea, it's like, you know what? I kind of saw it
coming. It would depend on the finish. The finish would have to be awesome, and it'd have to make sense either way.
It would have to be like, she's riptiding her with the hair, but then the hair wraps Rhea up, and then there's no riptide, but there's no KOD. It's just everyone.
What you did from the Rumble. They both tried to hit their finishes on each other, and they couldn't do it. So I would love to see that.
If Rhea's going for a drop kick, like Bianca just wraps her hair on her feet and like just.
No, you know what? I think Rhea would eat the hair whip. That would be gangster.
Rhea would do this,
wow.
She'd be like, "Come on, hit me again."
Oh, that'd be great.
Yep.
Oh, book it.
Let's move on.
We could be here all night about this.
All night.
So I think we've talked about our dream matches and the releases in 37 at WrestleMania 37. So I think this is pretty good stopping point, guys. We had a great time, a great show. We talked about some pretty sad releases. We kind of went over WrestleMania and what we thought about that, and we're looking towards the future, hoping that we get a exciting title run for all 3 ladies involved. We got Battle Club Pro coming up May 29th. We want to talk about that one more time real quick before we get out of here, Wade.
All right, it is coming up on May 29th. If you live in the tri-state area, you can get tickets to May the Franchise Reign. It's going to be a 2-show, one-night event where they will crown the new Battle Club Pro franchise champion in a tournament with many names. Tasha Steelz is going to be there from Impact Wrestling. The Sea Stars, I love them. Casey Navarro, Trisha Dora, who is an amazing wrestler. I can't wait to see live in person. So again, if you'd like to go to this event and you live in the tri-state area, we will leave a link in there for you to check it out. Go follow Battle Club Pro on all social media platforms. They're an amazing federation who I support. Shout out to Joe Kim Morales. Can't wait for that show. It's going to be so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be a good time. So get your tickets below at the description. Make sure you follow WCW the podcast on all social media platforms. With that being said, thank you guys so much for joining us. And until next time, everybody have a good day. Later days.